Ah, yes. And now for our scheduled 30-second ad break at the top of our stream, where we all get the last of the demons out of our bones. We have 15 seconds remaining. Welcome, welcome, welcome to yet another New Guard session of Philly by Night. Philly by Night is a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition game set in the city of brotherly love and ensconced in a world of darkness. This is a game that is rated mature. This is for viewers 18 years or older. Viewer discretion is advised. Philly by Night is a game that tackles a lot of dark, difficult, and disturbing topics, including but not limited to use and abuse of disciplines, body horror, mutilation, manipulation, gaslighting, raised voices, angry tones, social and political violence, physical violence, starvation and its effects, religious extremes, fantasy, religious extremes, methods and mentions of torture, the possibility of final character death. With all that taken care of, let's see what the darkness holds. It is April 25th, 2025, in the city of brotherly love. As the sun sets below the horizon, the beasts come out to play. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of our session, we do have a little bit of housekeeping to take care of with our players. Since we are going to be going after these dastardly shareholders and their coup attempt against the city of brotherly love and its magnanimous and merciful marble queen, how are y'all planning to go about this? We are going to start off with our resident social butterfly, our Toreador, Madame Nocturne.
Hi, howdy. So Samantha has been kind of ruminating on the information that they were given, both separately and together with the coup plotting. Sorry.
I know we've been having giggles and ha-has off screen, so it's tough to get coup plotter to come out of the mouth.
Yeah. So what she had been doing ever since she had a wonderful opportunity to meet Mr. Micah Moore is dig into him, vet him, see if he would be um, amenable support for the new guard. And also trying to dig into the Toreador because Virgil said it best: the Toreador and the Ventru, well, we love to collude.
They do, they do. So to start things off, why don't you go ahead and give me hmm. While I think about this, I want you all to go ahead and thank G'day from the audience because they have initiated a hydration check for all of us.
Ooh, starting off strong. I'm so pink. Even my circle flavor is pink.
We are not sponsored by Circle yet. Hashtag
If
please sponsor us.
you would like to sponsor us,
So why don't you? Hmm. Okay. I am either going to need a charisma and politics or a wits and leadership.
Oh no, that's etiquette. So politics. Charisma, politics, or you said wits?
Yes, wits and leadership.
Okay. All right. Charisma and politics it is because that is 5 dice. Blood surge is
You
available.
you may blood surge.
Her. One moment.
You should all, for all of these rolls, you all will be at hunger 1 because, yes, FG, I am going to take that hunting success into consideration. Damn fine success, too. It was touch and go there for a second. I thought we were going to start this session off with a bang, but we didn't.
Got very close.
We got very close. We were one success away from having a very spicy start to the session. Okay.
Her. 5 successes.
That will give you 3 questions that I will answer on Vij's behalf.
On whose behalf?
V.
V. Okay. Okay, we can't just go out and ask the question. That is a little rude. Okay. That's hard. Okay, I guess the first question would be why in better language, of course, than Shazi, what is her intention with coming to this city? She fled from the Lehigh Valley, but you could go in any compass direction.
You would learn from V that she chose Philadelphia because 1, its proximity.
Mm-hmm.
2, there is, like many burgeoning domains that have recently experienced a change in management, there's opportunity. Nature, of course, abhors a vacuum.
Okay. Power vacuum. And just in the sweetest, most innocent way she could ask, because, she gives off Bimbo Barbie. What kind of power does she want here? I mean, the Toreador aren't exactly favorites.
No, the Toreador are not exactly favorites here,
Mm-hmm.
but there is power in continued survival.
Power in continued survival.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Third question. She seems really hated amongst those from the Lehigh Valley and even some here. Why wouldn't she want to fall in with the other artists and kind of build support and stand out, I guess, as a posier from there? A change of heart, a rebrand.
She was hopeful that that is what this city would offer her. Since there are so many of the, well, undesirables of her clan that have fled here, she finds that there is going to have to be a different way to stand out. And no better way than to start her own little endeavor here in Philadelphia, since there are already a great number of clubs and various nightlife to be had. She has decided to take a different tact and become a clothier here in the city of brotherly love, providing high-end outfits to the well-to-do.
Okay. Smart. Very smart. Can I insight check any of that?
You
I'm a
absolutely
little.
can.
That would be wits and insight, correct?
Wits and insight, and you have one more question.
Oh, I do. Okay. And then I guess I'll wait on that roll because I do have desire. Um. Okay. Would I know what she means by undesirables? Because to artists, the undesirables are the posers. But to her, she might consider the bulk of the clan, the artists, as undesirable.
So there was a dynamic in the Lehigh Valley of the haves and the have-nots.
Right.
Those who had the favor of Prince Fairchild, who himself was a posier, who bought his way into the artistes.
Hmm.
Well, attempted to buy his way into the artistes.
Hmm.
But a posier will always be a posier. Uh, but it does seem as though those who legitimately practiced their art, the artistes, were looked a little down on in the Lehigh Valley. They were seen as tryhards.
And she's carrying some of that back into here to Philadelphia
Yes.
for us.
Of course, at least being an artiste is better than being an abstract toreador. That would be the anarch faction of the toreador.
Okay, gotcha. I was like, that does not sound like familiar vernacular. Okay. In that,
Technically, Samantha would have been an abstract.
she doesn't need to know that though.
No, of course. Why would she?
Exactly. What matters is that she's a part of the Camarilla now. She found her way. She saw the light. Hallelujah. Okay. And I guess the last question I would have for her is kind of getting more of an understanding of her clientele. So, is she any good? What are because artists love to brag, like Troydor love to brag. Where has her art been seen?
Her art has been seen on a fair few catwalks
Mhm.
from New York to Milan.
Okay.
Uh, she has been featured, though in a very small article, in Vogue.
Mhm. Okay.
But she is, in the fashion industry, she is a known quantity.
Hmm.
Not, Coco Chanel,
Right.
but a known quantity. Somebody whose fashion would fetch a premium, though
Hmm.
not the same. She would not be sold in the same boutiques as your Gucci, your Armani, your Chanel.
Hmm.
Uh, her fashion would be less, not quite as lowbrow as Nordstrom Rack, but
Hmm.
like some of the quirkier, the ones that don't peddle in the mainstream of high
Right.
fashion.
Right. Okay. Any kindred known companies? I guess kindred friendly companies. Has she seen that work on Kindred?
Uh, she has done avant-garde. Yes, thank you. Good day. Avant-garde is the word I was looking for. Um, you would not be aware of any kindred that she has dressed, though she does claim that she put an outfit together for Victoria Ash once. But any Toreador in the fashion industry would claim that they've put an outfit together for Victoria Ash.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Totally believe that. I am going to roll that insight check to see how that information gels with what she knows about the coup plotters. There we go.
Oh my god, TikTok has in fact rotted my brain. Okay.
You have
Okay.
the option for a messy crit.
Do you want to crit fish?
You know what? All of my willpower is here. Absolutely.
There it is.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're taking that.
So,
If you guys haven't noticed yet, I'm a gremlin.
we're just going to
Shut.
1d1.
You can't say you're a gremlin. I just told the girlfriend that we don't have gremlins in VTM.
Ooh.
You make me a liar.
I'm a
Not
chaos
as a
junkie.
not as a playable not playable, no, but our players are often little gremlins.
I'm definitely a gift
Let's see
gremlin.
here.
Samantha anything but complicated?
Okay. When the session starts in full, you are going to be under the dominance compulsion. Which means you will have to dominate the scene or be at a 2-die penalty to every roll that isn't attempting to establish dominance. So enjoy that. But as far as insight goes, she has all but towed right up to the line of saying, like, yeah, no, I work with the Ventru. She's dropped little hints here and there that, like, she's done some work in the city itself for some up and coming names. So you definitely know that there is something there that she's just not telling you.
Okay, we're gonna be best friends.
We're going to put a pin in that, and we are going to move over. Thomas. What would Thomas be doing to prepare for extended family dealings? Oh, we lost a humble.
Disappeared.
Like a fart in the wind.
One would hope. Well, Thomas is not thrilled about this whole adventure, but he knows he's got to get done what he needs to get done.
I will remind you that you may have a connection to the lead shareholder's child.
It's
through your daughter.
Oh God! You were just angling for him to do something about that woman, aren't you?
Doing nothing is a choice.
Oh, I mean about Charlotte.
I'm saying you have the free will to choose however you want to deal with this problem, and doing nothing about it is a choice. Just put that out there.
Okay, let's rub my little brain cells together here.
But you do know that the twins are in town.
Right.
And you do know that Samantha had suggested maybe throwing some kind of a party. So, like, there is the possibility of approaching Micah and Levi about using their club as a space to throw a party.
Yeah.
There is You could always ask your daughter to introduce you to her new gal pal. There are so many things that you could do.
Thomas is probably going to talk to the twins about throwing a little shindig.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a charisma and persuasion. If you have status with the Ventru, you may add that status. You should have status with the Ventru.
I was going to say, I should have status.
You should have at least 2 dots of status.
Okay. It's been...
Considering those shiny new awards that you got at the end of last season.
Yeah. Okay. That's not going to be horrible. Double check. Yep. No. Okay. 4.
Okay. You are able to play to Micah and Levi's sensibilities. After all, a party is sure to bring in extra revenue. And even if they have to close down the VIP section for the Kindred population, just knowing that there is a VIP section full of movers and shakers, people are going to want to come in the door because proximity to power, proximity to wealth, proximity to prestige is always going to be a draw. So they are, between your dealings with each other in the past, because you've not had negative interactions with these men. The 3 of you have pretty much well stayed out of each other's business as far as impeding things, but because you are family, things have always been amenable. So they see no reason to deny you this request. They are very excited to host a party, especially for someone as venerated as the former prince. They have heard some stories, and they would love somebody who had actually been on a mission with the prince to hear some war stories. Lastly, but not leastly, Effigy, my main man. Are we going to be doing some Nosferatu digging? Okay. So, what I would like from you is we are going to call this either a resolve and investigation or a charisma and persuasion, whichever is higher.
I have no persuasion whatsoever. So, it looks like it would be the prior. And is this forensic or just normal investigation?
Just normal investigation.
Okay.
You can blood surge.
And what is that, a rouse check?
Yep. You can add that into the roll as you're clicking through the options. One of the options that you can click on is blood surge, and then you put in your blood potency, and it'll do the math. It'll calculate how many dice need to be added for you. Yeah, if you know, you know. My brain has been thoroughly rotted this week. Okay. 3 is not bad. 3's not bad. You are able to get some information out of the Nosferatu network. You would find out that the Ventru Caldwell has been sending people out to the various clans, not to clan leadership, most notably, but to individuals of the clan that they believe might be a little bit more amenable to some soft regime change. After all, from the information you gathered, Caldwell doesn't believe that Alicia needs to be taken off of the throne because, well, good figureheads are hard to find. But
Just
finding a way to more subtly
policy
influence
change.
power. Kind of, yeah. Policy change, getting the right people in the right places of power beneath Alicia so that better minds can shape the city as they need to. It is very clear that the shareholders in general hold a dim view of those not of the clan of kings. So, with that, we are going to drop ourselves in on April 25th, 2025. Each of you rouse from day sleep in your personal havens. You have done your preparations to the best of your abilities. We are going to start off with Effigy because, oh boy, you woke up hungry. You roused from day sleep at hunger 3. You affected the blush of life and hit hunger 4. You were able to go out and hunt. You managed to avoid a hunger frenzy by the skin of your teeth.
Good times.
Fun times are had by all. But as you awaken as you rouse from day sleep at hunger 3, what form would you say your beast takes, Effigy?
Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of background reveal here. So before he was turned, he looked like the guy from White Knights, the Russian ballet. And he was being courted to be a different clan because of how good looking he was. And so I would say to taunt him, his beast would take that form. Like the most glamorous, vibrant version to just rub it in every time.
And as you you take that deep gasp of life as you cease to be a corpse and once again return to this mockery of life, you see sitting at the end of the bed what can only be described as an angel. The man is chiseled from marble. These great white feathered wings, a gleaming halo. And you realize that this man, he does not wear just any face. He wears the face you wore in life. And he sighs. He had such potential. Pity. We were meant to be new. We were meant to be beautiful. They were to look into the skies and see hope. But now, all they will see is despair, horror, because of you. And with that, this gleaming vision of perfection evaporates into nothing more than black smoke and gray fog.
Wait.
And you are left once more alone in the dark.
Hope comes in other forms.
Hope does come in other forms. And it is with that thought that you set about your hunt. You are successful, though the individual that you fed off of was left a little worse for wear. They'll recover in time. Maybe.
Effigy has a big bite.
He does have a big bite, and he had a big hunger. Usually, slaking 3 hunger off of a single human is risky. But you manage it. You manage it. And you are able to find your way back to the Coterie Haven, or the Clan Haven, to start prepping for the night. After all, we have a party to attend. You know that everybody's going to be meeting at the Coterie Haven beforehand. So you start getting ready. At which point, we are going to turn over to Samantha. Dear, sweet Samantha.
Yes.
You rouse from day sleep. You do not feel the beast claw at the back of your throat. You do not see the vision of that vile, disgusting twink in your room. You affect the blush of life. You do not feel your beast rouse, even at that.
That's such a good day.
It sits this quiet, quiescent thing at the back of your mind. As you begin getting ready for the evening, your doorbell rings.
Is she expecting a visitor?
No.
That's strange. She will call out, at first she'll call out, "One moment." And then while she's like putting on her robe, trying to, slick things back to look presentable, she's gonna be like, "Wait, who is it?"
Delivery.
Delivery. Her phone. Right. She was supposed to get a new phone. So she's going to tuck, the last bits and ends, tie her robe, sure, as she bounds to the door and swings it open.
Standing before you is a man in a DHL uniform, and he holds out 2 boxes,
Oh.
both roughly the same size.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Big enough for her to just grab both of them with one hand each?
Yep. They're stacked one on top of the other, so you could just
Oh,
grab them
okay.
both.
Yeah, she'll grab and be like, "Oh, okay, thank you, appreciate it." And she's gonna double check to make sure that both of these have her name on it, that package wasn't mixed up. She'd hate to have to go through that.
Well, both of them have your mask name on them.
Okay, then she'll give him a polite nod, appreciate you, and she
Thank you for choosing DHL. And he'll turn and sway back to the elevator.
she's gonna poke her head out. Is he walking funny?
A little stiff.
Okay, he might be on drugs. Who knows? I wouldn't choose to be on drugs while I was on shift, but well. Anyways, so she's going to just peek her head back in before someone sees her, and she's going to lock her door, and set them on her counter.
As you set the packages down, one of them starts ringing.
So that one's gonna be her phone. So she's gonna grab that one first, kind of shove the other one off to the side, and she has a letter opener around somewhere, but I'd imagine like she is just quick with one of her nails and slices the package.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she'll take them through.
As you open up the package and you slide out its contents, there is what looks to be a hip flask and one of those old Nokia style phones.
Okay, that's not okay. It's fine. She could have sworn she had ordered a smartphone because, she has to look through social media. The break's been nice, but uh, she's gonna pick it up, and if it's ringing, she's gonna
It
open
is
it.
actively ringing. Oh, there's no open. It's like one of those old Nokia bricks.
Oh, that's how is that worse than what Laurent gave her?
And
She'll
it's
answer.
just.
She's gonna pick it up, and just with the twisted face of disgust, she's gonna press the answer button.
Do you say anything?
Silence.
Okay. As you press the phone up to your ear, go ahead and give me an intelligence and resolve. You will be at a 2 dice penalty.
Okay. What's it called? Blood surge, potentially?
No. You
Damn
have no
it.
time.
Fuck. My bad. Sorry, Twitch. Two successes.
Okay. You immediately hear the voice of your sire. Hello, Nightingale. Do me a favor and take a big drink. And you feel like all you want to do is open up this flask and drink deeply.
I don't think there's anything. I think she failed her role to resist, so. Yeah.
She did, in fact, fail her roll to resist.
And yeah, that she would take the flask. Is it warm? Is it?
Oh, it is warm. Yes,
It is warm.
it is still warm.
Okay. That might be slightly comforting. And she's going to hold the Nokia in her hold the Nokia kind of in between her shoulder and ear as she opens it and tosses it back.
You will be going back up to Blood Bond 4.
Yeah.
And you hear your sire on the other end. Coup. That's my good little nightingale. Click.
Okay. So is it going down smoothly? Is she choking on it a little bit at all?
Nope.
No.
It's like, well, it's like going home.
Oh, so she would have enjoyed every bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If anything, I feel like she would be she'd feel a little hollow that it emptied.
And because it was an entire rouse worth of blood, you will be going back down to Hunger 1.
Yay. He does take good care of me, even when I don't see it.
Though I do need to remind you that in order for the bond to be effective, that blood needs to be at least 5 minutes fresh from the vein.
And Samantha would know this.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence and occult.
Intelligence and oh, bless her. She is not very smart. All right, 1 second. Oh, that's only 2 dice. Blood search?
You can.
She has time. It's the only way I can get a slightly better pool.
I will remind you that if you have no occult, your chances are the difficulty goes up. Like up.
We're not going to waste the what's it called?
Okay. Yeah, no, that you have no idea of knowing. There's no way for you to know.
Yeah.
You do. There is a bit of common sense knowing that blood cools off, like temperature-wise, fairly quickly. So in order for this to be warm blood, you don't see any like heat packs or anything like that in the package. So in order for it to be warm blood, it would have needed to be fairly fresh.
She's gonna file that away in her mind and just kind of like quirk an eyebrow. Like, that's strange. How is it still hot?
How indeed. More importantly, how did he know you actually drank it?
She probably would assume that, he might have heard her try gulping it back.
Hey,
if anything, hungrily.
Sometimes the Lulu is the Salulu.
Sticks in her head, or like points to stick in her head.
So she would go and continue about getting ready for the evening, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Thomas. Oh, yeah. Poor Thomas, that, he's, his coterie mate is actively blood bonded to Sire.
I will say that I did not come up with that little gimmick on my own.
Mhm.
That is a callback to season 2 and what one of our former storytellers and current moderators, Kendall, did to their coterie when they were running with the babies.
Love that. Love that.
So, speaking of Thomas, we move over to the coterie of Thomas Pierce. And you are still, as they say in the South, ass deep in alligators. We are still firmly within the hungry times. But you rouse from day sleep. You do not grow hungrier. You affect the blush of life. And you do not get hungrier. So far tonight, everything's coming up Thomas. Happy Myth Ramadan. As you exit from your room into the wider apartment, you would see Drew heading out. She has yet another study date with the Grand Madame. Tonight they are working on etiquette and posture, she says as she exits the haven. And what does Thomas do now that he has the haven to himself?
He is gonna make his nightly prayer to Mithras and pray for some sort of patience. Because he knows he's gonna have to behave in a way that he does not like doing.
Okay. As you offer your prayers, what at first starts as a gentle warmth that suffuses your form swiftly is replaced by what can best be described as a chill wind that creeps ever deep into your bones as you feel that black sun begin to writhe beneath your skin.
Well, that makes him feel icky. Time for a hot shower.
Yep. Because not only do you have that special mark from Papa Mithras, but you still have that mark from the Praetorian assignment that is reacting negatively to your faith.
He has no idea what to do about it because the one Lysampra he was close to is gone.
I will remind you that Lysampra are not the only ones that deal in oblivion.
As far as he knows.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. You've been in this city long enough to know that the Hekata also deal, because you've seen Sifra do some things. You've seen Rowan do some things in connection with your coterie that, like, you're able to put 2 and 2 together that, like, Hekata also work with oblivion. But that is a problem for another night. So Thomas is going to take himself a nice hot shower. He's gonna wash that ick off. It's just I feel icky.
He does not like it at all.
When you are finished with that, you're able to get dressed, hop in, baby. And I am going to inquire of each member of the coterie how you get down to your coterie haven at Poison Heart. starting with Effigy. Are you, good sir, taking the tunnels? Or are you calling for a taxi? How are you getting down to the Coterie Haven?
I mean, part of me wants to do the whole bicycle down the street thing, but you know what? I will take a taxi.
Okay. So you get garbed up. You are, in fact, able to summon a taxi. All threes. All threes is well known. All threes is well known for showing up at a moment's notice and not asking a whole lot of questions. So that brings us to Samantha. You receive a text from Thomas asking if you need a lift.
Considering her other option was probably to take public transport, why not?
Okay. So, Thomas, I need you to give for me a composure and drive or a dexterity and drive.
Same thing either way.
Okay.
What the? Is traffic bad? Is traffic bad tonight? Or what?
Traffic is bad, but Thomas is better. But only just. So, Thomas, just because this is going to be the funniest fucking thing ever, you are also struck with the dominance compulsion.
Oh.
Unless you want to spend some willpower to fix it. No, I kid. It's the dominance compulsion. Just because I'm a little scamp. So, Samantha, Thomas,
Yeah.
you are together in baby. Thomas is driving aggressively this evening. He is like cheap toilet paper. He's not taking shit off of anybody tonight. This man is raise hell, praise Dale. Like he is you would think that he is qualifying for some sort of street race this evening.
I feel
I'm
like
talking California stops, driving well over the speed limit when he's able, dragon flying through lanes where he can.
I feel like Samantha would have entered the car in like an uncharacteristically good and giddy mood. And as his driving continues on, she's like holding on to like the seat, the bar, anything she can like kind of just like, oh my god.
We call that the oh shit bar here.
Yeah. Oh shit, bar. She's bracing herself against the console and she's like, my god, Thomas, did you forget you have precious cargo here?
It's not my fault everybody drives like garbage here.
That doesn't mean you have to join them. I thought you said you were better.
Better.
Yeah, then like everybody. That's like your whole shtick. You're not acting like you're better the way you're driving.
So I'm going to call this a contested roll. Samantha, your charisma and etiquette
Mhm.
versus Thomas, your composure and resolve.
Can I argue for etiquette, specialization, and Ventru because this is a Ventru targeted insult?
You may add your specialty in Ventru etiquette.
Yes!
Side note, I love when I look at our dice roller channel and I see the eyeballs pop up from like one of our mods or one of our other players because they have the dice channel that is just zero context.
I'm so sorry. Before I finish this, we completely sidetracked. What the hell was in the other package?
Oh, the phone that you ordered.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that one was the phone that you ordered. I was banned from Aldi, now I have to go to Asda. Okay.
You've got to be kidding me.
Congratulations, Thomas. You do not take any willpower damage. You're able to just kind of like shrug that off. So your retort.
Lay it
I'm
on
going
me.
to have to ask you to stop stereotyping me like the rest of my family.
Ooh. No harsh comeback, no like snap at the Toreador, just a very plain, hey, don't do that. That's not cool. How does that make Samantha feel?
It feels like it is very fatherly, especially considering, Thomas's wild oats have come back to roost. I think that's part of the metaphor. And she doesn't like that because no one has the right to speak to her like a father. Well, save for very few. Save for very few that aren't in the city.
Allegedly.
Allegedly's.
Shh. Shut. As far as she knows. She's grabbing Thomas's lips. Shh.
Don't even fix your fucking lips to say that
Don't
shit.
fix your fucking lips to say that. And Thomas is not one of them. So she just looks at him and rolls her eyes in disgust. Because you ain't my daddy.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I had to fix my microphone placement because it was causing funny shadows. So neither one of you really seem to gain the upper hand in this conversation. Though, does Thomas's comment silence Samantha, or does she have another snipe to make?
Would you like me to drop a nuke? I could.
That is entirely up to you. I will remind you that you are under the dominance compulsion.
You know what? Fuck
just
yeah.
like Thomas.
Let's go for it.
Both of you are trying to be top dog in this car right now.
She is going to cross her arms and huff. And she's going to say, kind of under her breath, just because you just found out you were a shit dad doesn't mean you have the opportunity for a midlife crisis. Or to drive like you have a midlife crisis. Yeah.
Okay. We are. We are going to call that. We're going to call that a manipulation and etiquette with your venture specialty.
Mhm.
And Thomas, again, we are going to call that a composure and resolve. Because this is already so juicy.
I almost imagine that there's effigies sitting all prim and proper in the backseat of a taxi as
Yeah,
Thomas
no.
getting-
Effigy's just happy to be like he's just bebopping and listen to like whatever music the cab driver's playing. Just he's having a time. Just like, all right, do.
And then all of a sudden the cab driver like cusses under his breath as Thomas whizzes by.
Yeah. Ooh.
Worth it.
Duh. Okay. Thomas, are you spending any willpower?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate it
Okay.
here. Oh my god.
Okay. Thomas, I am going to give you the opportunity to retort. It will be a charisma and etiquette.
Mhm.
You will receive, because of your critical, you will receive an audacity die. If you have Toreador specialty for your etiquette, you may add that.
I have
But
Kindred.
otherwise, you know what? I'll allow it.
Okay.
Versus Samantha's composure and resolve. And this will be our third round of social combat, so it will be 3 and out. Or no, this would technically be our second round of social combat, but we'll see how things go here. So we have 5 successes from Thomas. We have 3 successes from Samantha. Samantha, are you going to choose to burn another willpower? Because you've been burning through them bad boys like Tic Tacs tonight.
She has 2 left. No, it's not worth it. It's not.
Okay. So, Thomas, what do you say to shut Samantha up for the remainder of the ride?
I'm going to let you get this out of your system now before we get on to the big business tonight. So, if you have anything else to say, feel free.
Does it feel good? Got that out of your system? Samantha, you are going to take a point of superficial willpower damage for that. Because Thomas got you good on that.
Yeah, he did.
So you have 1 willpower remaining for the evening. Oh
yeah,
boy.
I do. Yeah, I do.
What was your desire for tonight again?
Not that. Identify Kindred aligning with the rebel coup plot. Preference based on receptiveness to allyship with the New Guard.
Because you have been such a good sport tonight, I will I will say that your desire has been fulfilled, and you get a point of superficial willpower back. So you are still at 2 willpower points. Because you did have that conversation with V, and it was productive after a fashion. So we'll call that desire fulfilled, and you'll get a point of superficial willpower back. But mercifully, the 3 of you, Thomas, you have satisfied your dominance compulsion. Samantha, you have not. So I do have a devil's bargain for you.
Oh shit! All right, lay it on me. What we got?
You can continue this dominance compulsion into the party, or you can take a stain as your beast riles.
Shit.
Because, if I am not mistaken, I just need to pull something up real quick.
Survival justifies compromise, but never complete surrender. Well, the show must go on, no matter the cost. Let's take that stain.
Okay. We will deal with that at the end of session. But consider your dominance compulsion gone. Though the beast, it hisses in the back of your mind. It rattles the bars of its cage. It is displeased. But we are going to move over to Effigy, because Effigy will be the first to arrive at the Coterie Haven. Because the cabbies of this city know the ins and outs, the alleys that you can kind of cut down, the best ways to get around the city. So even though Thomas is driving like a maniac, Effigy will be the first to arrive. And Effigy, as you enter the Coterie Haven, you are once again find yourself suffused with the scent of baked goods as you enter the Coterie Haven. And there's Virgil, smiling as always, just in the most chipper of moods, pulling a tray of blueberry muffins out of the oven and setting them down on a wire rack to cool. And he smiles at you. He goes, Effigy, it's good to see you again.
That smells lovely.
Yes, I'm actually trying out a new recipe Miss Sifra suggested. Perhaps once they've cooled, you can tell me what you think.
Oh, I would love that very much. Have the others not arrived yet?
And Virgil will glance at his watch. I'm sure they'll be here any minute. I actually think this is a good place to take a 10-minute break for everybody to hydrate, use the bathroom, what have you. We will be back in 10 minutes. And we are back. I hope everyone was able to make the most of that little break, unshrimp, get limbered up, maybe refill your water bottle, grab a comfort item, because it only gets ickier from here. So, Effigy, as you and Virgil are kind of discussing, oh, well, Thomas and Samantha may be arriving any minute. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Thomas, Samantha, how do you two enter the Coterie Haven?
Well, is Thomas going to be a gentleman and open the door?
Yes, he is. He will come around, open the car door for her, shut it behind her, and open the door to the Coterie Haven as well.
And Samantha,
Mhm.
which shall it be this evening? Long sullen silence or snarky remark?
Snarky remarks, but there is a warmth that's still, in her tummy. And she's holding on to that.
Okay.
Someone knows how to treat her well.
Someone knows how to treat her well, and at least while Thomas may have said some things in the car, he is still being a gentleman. So perhaps we can chalk it up to just a bad start to the evening. I mean,
Maybe.
after all, you do know that Thomas is currently letting himself be hungy from time to time for religious reasons.
Shazi completely understands. Samantha is just like, yeah, that's bullshit. You're basically suffering for no real reason, but sous la vie, as the French say.
Not no reason. It demonstrates control over one's beast.
Whatever.
But Thomas will graciously open the door for Samantha. And what does Samantha say anything to Thomas? As he is attempting, at the very least, to be a gentleman?
You're really gonna pressure this out of her. Or squeeze
Yes.
this out of her. Damn it.
Yes, I am.
She's going to look at does Thomas offer a hand or does he just open the door?
He would have offered her a hand because she is in a rather short skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that requires a hand out. So she doesn't flash everybody on the street.
I mean, their loss. She'll look at his hand for a moment and look at him with like a little sassy scowl before she looks over, rolls her eyes, and takes it. Like you could tell that she is absolutely ooh. She's not happy with how that went.
Ooh, motherfucker, you make my ass itch.
You make my ass itch, you strong, muscly, oafish fucking okay. This is not worth it. Everything's fine. I'm an adult. I'm trusted to be a part of this coterie.
You pompous, oafish, muscly, attractive man.
Muscular. Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway. Does Thomas also open the door, open the door for the Coterie Haven? Okay. So again, Thomas being a gentleman, whether there is subtext or not,
mm-hmm.
I will leave that up to the two of you to decide. But on the, surface level, above board, Thomas appears to be a perfect gentleman, even
mm-hmm.
after your little spate in the car.
Mm-hmm.
He helps you preserve your dignity getting out of the car, because that is a very short skirt, and one wrong move and they're going to be able to see your toll booth and your change basket.
Yeah.
But so he does seem to be polite and gentlemanly. He also opens the coterie door for you and lets you enter first.
Ultimately, she's gonna kind of take that as it's showtime, places everyone. That's also why he's part of why he's acting like a gentleman, and so she will too. And on goes that beautiful smile, stunning smile, actually. That's just a little wide. It crinkles the eyes too much.
Just a little.
It
Just a
feels natural
little.
though,
I'm sure it does.
with
I'm
the
sure it
warmth in her
does.
belly. Yeah.
I'm sure it feels very natural to Samantha.
Thomas
As
doesn't
you
like it.
as you enter into the haven, there is Virgil. He is hard at work. There's a fresh batch of muffins sitting on the counter cooling,
Mm-hmm.
and he is just putting the finishing touches on some things, chatting with Effigy. Just very normal night. And he looks over at you and he gives a warm smile. He goes, "Samantha, Thomas, see, I told you they'd be here." As he looks over at Effigy.
Welcome, my friends.
Hi.
How was
Oh.
the drive?
Wonderful.
There's a little bit
Oh,
of
shit.
traffic.
Samantha.
Yeah. Oh, she lying.
Manipulation and subterfuge.
Mm-hmm.
Effigy, wits and insight.
Can I argue subterfuge, seduction, trying to pull away as she is like adjusting her very short skirt and like her tightly formed outfit?
I need to remind you that you are a Toreador.
Yeah.
With the standard Toreador Bane.
Yes.
And
Does
Effigy is a
not-
Effigy is a Nosferatu with the standard Nosferatu Bane.
I thought he had his mask on would help.
I mean, that mask is let me take another peek at that mask, because I have a feeling that actually I do not see a mask in that outfit.
Oh, is Effigy not wearing his mask? Oh my god, he is not. Oh, ha!
Are we talking about the one I posted in Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't plan on having to post that.
Okay. Is it safe to assume that Effigy does have a mask of some sort on?
Mm-hmm.
He did take
Okay.
public transport. That would have been.
He did. He did. He did. So I'm gonna say no to the seduction.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, it is going to be a manipulation and subterfuge versus Effigy's wits and insight.
Patterns and habits?
Yes. You have spent enough time around Samantha now that you can establish a baseline of when she is less honest than usual.
Seems I've used my luck's run out.
Yeah, Effigy. Ooh, she lying. She is lying through her fucking teeth.
I see you.
Well, God, I sure hope so. And she like adjusts her hair. She like perks up her boobs and like fixes her skirt. I'm made to be seen. I don't think she could tell that it didn't work.
it's kind of clear that this man, you might as well be made of glass. He can see right through you.
Lovely. Okay. Well, that's a conversation that we can drop. We've got more pressing matters at hand, don't we?
Virgil will nod. Yeah, we have a coup to thwart, and he'll move over to the living room, and he's got some papers that he just sits down and kind of adjusts. Like, whatever's going on between the three of you, I want no fucking part of. Like, I am your shadow, not your babysitter, not your therapist. Like, whatever y'all have going on, button it the fuck up. We have work to do.
Clean the wreckage that is your presence.
Fix your fucking face.
I was about to say that. Fix your face.
Yeah.
But
I tried. It doesn't work.
So he will store that comment away for later. He's just like, oh, we have a funny man. Funny man likes to tell jokes. Ha ha. I have jokes too. My jokes are less funny.
Oh, so dad jokes.
Samantha got to hear one of Virgil's jokes.
He's not funny. You're not a clownfish. You're not meant to be funny. Respectfully, Mr. Shadow.
But so what information we're going to start with Thomas, or yeah, we're going to start with Thomas, and we're going to move through the coterie. What information would Thomas be sharing with the coterie?
Well, rubbing brain cells together here for a second. Basically, he knows, he knows the twins. They're cool. It's fine. He's worked with them before. He's concerned about, being able to find out enough to be able to stop the coup.
Is he going to share that tidbit about Lottie and her tastes?
I mean, trying to think of the context of why he would actually want to share that, because it's a concern for him. It's a personal concern that he doesn't think affects what's going on tonight.
Okay.
Unless he thinks Samantha could get something out of her.
You'd have to ask really prettily for it. But it could be arranged.
So, yeah. So he was going to look at Samantha. Based on something I observed the other night, if you, Samantha, would be so gracious as to spend some time with Lottie, be friendly with her, really friendly. See what you can find out from her.
She's gonna quirk an eyebrow at him as she slowly picks up the pieces, and then she regards Thomas with a cold, disgusted look. After the little spat in the car, and now you want to ask me if this pompous, arrogant little... Oh, okay. And she's going to smile again. Look, just because I'm a performer doesn't normally mean that I'm that kind of performer, especially on somebody else's dime. I do it for my own interests, so you'll owe me for that, because that is. She's pretty.
I didn't say you had to go all the way. Just make friends with her. I'm not going to get anywhere with her.
I mean, you did kind of suggest that Samantha honeypot Lottie.
You said friendly.
You said very friendly.
You said very friendly. And she can pick up that that's where Lottie's taste lean. And so she's just like, okay.
So word the young ones use now. Is that bestie?
Oh, girly pop. Become each other's, yeah, sure. Well, for your age, sure, bestie. We say girly pop, boss queen, cunt boss, stuff like that, you know.
All right. Whatever it takes to get information that you are comfortable with. All right.
I'm so sorry.
We're gonna. Thomas clocked the C word and was like, I use that in a totally different manner.
I need you to know that I couldn't tell if that facial reaction was you, the player, or Thomas. But either way, that just like was.
That was Thomas.
That was just
straight Thomas, like, that's not how I use that word.
That is okay. That is not how I have ever used that word, but okay.
It's okay, Thomas. Just because you're not a cunty girl boss doesn't mean, you know, you can't learn the lingo. Especially with your daughters.
I think it's funny that they almost called you John.
The similarities.
I could see Freud was right.
Oh. It's a crochet hook. So Samantha is going to roll her eyes like one more time, of course. And she's gonna go, I think that can be easily arranged. If she is into this kind of figure or the audacity, I mean, I could always perform at the gathering. Could grab her attention.
Good, could. She likes to dance too. So.
Oh, I'm a very good dancer. Isn't that right, Thomas?
And he's going to say this actually with no sarcasm, no bite, no nothing. Just you are a good dancer.
I've been known to dance from time to time.
Oh? What do you dance, Effigy?
Ballet.
Samantha's eyes are going to blow super wide, and that plastic PR smile is going to soften into like a real wide, genuine smile. How long have you done ballet?
He goes to a plie.
Perfect form.
Most of my life.
I'm going to say perfect form. Yeah. Given Effigy's background, yeah, no, like Samantha, you would clock perfect form.
Oh, then she's going to mimic back with a plie of her own in fifth. So like feet right up against the other.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity and performance.
I should get
You may add your showmanship.
Oh.
And yes, the reason I'm making you roll and not Effigy is because Effigy did this professionally.
Dance off.
Effigy was a Russian ballet dancer in life. You are facing some stiff competition.
No, in fact, you know what, big dog, you could take all of that. You're the professional.
But while Samantha is okay, it is a respectable plie in fifth. It is not as crisp, but it is better than what a casual dancer could accomplish. It is something that Effigy would be like, okay, there's good bones there. You could use some training, but like there's very good bones there.
Effigy walks up and puts his hand and asks for permission. Puts his hand on her stomach and kind of arches into her back with the other hand. A little bit more here.
Oh. You'll have to forgive me. It's not in my normal routine.
But yeah. So Virgil just kind of clears his throat a little bit.
Sorry.
Just kind of a gather round, children, as he tries to get everyone back on track. But so we're sharing the information that we've found out amongst ourselves. Okay. So Samantha would share that, you know, she's fairly certain that there are elements within the Toreador that are in league with the Ventrue. There's more to sort out, but that it can be fairly assumed that there are elements within Clan Toreador that are cooperating with the shareholders.
I have a feeling that some that we saw at the party, the garden party, might be in on it.
Yeah. Thomas has shared his information about not only the twins, but Lottie's tastes. Effigy would share that, you know, the shareholders are going from clan to clan, but not specifically to clan leadership. They are going through, you know, and kind of collecting the disaffected rank and file of each of the clans, especially the pillar clans, and trying to what it looks like is they are trying to build a coalition. What we will call, for our older players and older viewers, a coalition of the willing. That is a deep Bush era cut. Anyway. And our producer is currently shaking their head at me. What? I'm allowed to reference the old days. I lived them. So we have set up for a party at the juke joint. There is invites invites have been sent out to relevant parties. And it looks like the RSVPs that you have received, there is going to be a goodly amount of Ventrue and Toreador present for this little soiree. So, Thomas has suggested that Samantha be a honeypot. Does Samantha have any suggestions for her coterie mates?
She's going to look over at Thomas and she's going to go, look, I don't know how much you like your family, but if it's anything like mine, they can be a bit. Well, I mean, I know how much they are, but I imagine they're a lot for you too. But you are their star. If I remember correctly, wasn't the old prince your And it's not coming to her.
Mala, protege, or Mala, mentor, something like that. Yeah, they had a fairly close relationship as far as the city is concerned.
That's what she heard on the street, is that you two were very close. So, Mala, that's important. It would make sense for you to put on something like this. So if we want any chance of getting in good with the people that are trying to, well, plot and scheme, you got to buy into that 100%, like I do.
Thomas, you think you can buy into that?
He's going to try really hard.
Is he making that face?
Yeah, he does not look happy. This man is not, he looks like he is dreading going into this.
Oh, bless. You haven't done very many things you really don't want to do in your life, have you? You would not survive well under torture.
No, it's not that. I've been made to do this over and over and over again.
There is
I do
that.
not enjoy this.
There is that one thought in the back of your mind, Thomas. When does Samantha make the torture comment, or is that?
Yeah. Sometimes she thinks that the life in the stardom is torture.
Thomas, do you want to disabuse Samantha of that notion that you would not survive well under torture?
Maybe one day you'll see the scars.
Oh.
What I've been through and I have done would probably give you nightmares. And the fact that I can do those things without batting an eye, having to do this, totally different level.
Insert the Ernie Hudson quote, "I have seen shit that would turn you white."
So, then it should be a trivial task, right? Listen, if you buy into this 100%, 200%, I can buy into mine. I can honeypot Lottie and be the best performer that you need for this party. But I can't do that all by myself. I need to make sure that my coterie mates, and she's going to look over at Effigy, that all of us are in it to win it. Taking all.
I'm not saying I won't do it. I'm saying I'm not excited about having to do it, but it will be done.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it, but I'm going to do it.
And she'll go, okay, yeah. And she'll, the dismissive hand wave as in, oh, those are just your feelings on it? Okay, your feelings don't matter in showbiz. Moving on.
Now, Effigy, are you going to be running surveillance this evening, or are you going to attempt to be social this evening?
Surveillance?
Surveillance would be good. Thomas, how much would you have shared with Levi and Micah while setting up this party?
He did mention to Levi, their last encounter, that he was going to have to behave and say things that would be, concerning, but it is all in the effort to gain information.
Okay. Effigy. You will have access to the security room at the juke joint, should you need it. That way we don't have to rely purely on stealth. We can have kind of a man in the chair situation going. Because Levi gets it. Given the ranks and titles that he holds and the things that he has had to do in his own life, while he doesn't exactly know what Thomas is up to, he'd be stupid to be oblivious to it. So he is going to allow your Nosferatu to have access to the security room. And this is a plan that you all kind of form and coalesce with Virgil. And Virgil nods. There's some things that I was able to find as well. And he pulls out from a satchel that's sitting next to his chair what looks like this big kind of leather bound, like leather moleskin kind of journal, but it's like a large. It's got sheets of paper tucked in it. There's little stick-on marking tabs. Like it looks like something that he puts a lot of work into, but it is, a little on the disorder. Like it's orderly chaos. And he kind of tabs through and opens up to the appropriate page that, like Effigy, he found out that Caldwell is building a coalition. And a coalition of those who would be amenable to seeing the tooth taken out of the current administration. And something that is a little bit more favorable to Clan Ventru put into place. Because while the current prince loves her husband very much and is following through on what she knows to be his vision, there are those outside of the court that think what she is doing is detrimental to Clan Ventru and its business opportunities. At the end of the day, Caldwell has a vision of a Ventru ruling from behind the throne, maybe sliding in as a seneschal and puppeting the current prince. So what you are looking at is a soft coup. It is not the same kind of bloodshed and upheaval that you have heard of when John took the city. But once Virgil offers his information, which corroborates what Effigy had said, he closes the book, tucks it back in the satchel. Well, we should get down there and get ready for our little soiree, I suppose.
They do have a changing room, right? If I'm gonna be on stage, I need to switch this up. I don't think they're gonna be a big fan.
There is, green rooms and there's a green room and things like that for the performers that do appear on stage, because it's a club that also offers live music.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the whole setup. They have whatever you're going to need for a performance tonight, they would have available.
Perfect.
So, are all of you heading down separately or together?
If Thomas promises to drive hastily but safely, she would like to get in before other people get in, so she'll be ready and changed.
Okay. So, we're all riding with Thomas? Okay. Samantha, are you riding shotgun or are you flying coach?
A lady rides shotgun.
Okay. That puts Effigy and Virgil in the back seat.
Effigy totally doesn't put a seatbelt on.
Effigy, when you look over at Virgil, if this man could put on extra seatbelts, he would.
There's only lap belts.
Yeah. But he is yeah, I've ridden in those body style cars from that particular year, and yeah, even the Oldsmobiles of that year, the shoulder belt was a separate belt that kind of curled up between two clips above the door. It didn't retract. It was just one single hard point that went over and clipped in. So if you didn't fit, you didn't fit. So like Virgil is belted in the back seat, and if he could find more seat belts to use, he absolutely would. But he's just kind of curled in on himself. This man is, from the looks of things, he's got the nerves. He's got the nerves big time.
I feel like Samantha would look kind of like at the others while they're driving, and as soon as her face gazes upon Virgil, she's just gonna go, "So glad you're being safe," and nod.
Yeah, safe. So, Thomas, we are going to use your roll from earlier. Don't worry, I'm not going to give you another compulsion. But Thomas is a madman behind the wheel. Philly traffic just seems to set his teeth on edge. Effigy.
That's how he shows his nerves with having to deal with tonight.
Yep. Like, Thomas is driving hard. He is expressing total control over his vehicle. A lesser driver, this would be dangerous. Like, a lesser driver, we'd have some major problems. Thomas, this vehicle is an extension of him. It is like a dance through traffic. It is also a little bit Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, but he has total control over the vehicle. Effigy, there are a couple of times where you slide across the bench seat in the back, bump into Virgil and then slide over to the other side. But you do all wind up at the juke joint in one piece. The night has not really taken off yet. You are still well ahead of the crowds. You would have been told to park in the side lot and use the employee entrance, and that there would be someone waiting for you to let you in. And as you park, dismount the vehicle, walk up to the side door, there is a very tall, very lanky, gray-haired man. He's got thick, black horn-rimmed glasses. His hair is unkempt, a little wild, and he has a very unusual look about him. His head just kind of wobbles back and forth. Hi. I suppose you're the talent this evening?
We're the no, we're the hosts of the party.
Fix your face.
Oh, good.
That's me.
Good. You're the ones I've been waiting for. Come on in. And he opens the side door and ushers the three of you in.
Thank you. And she's gonna look over to Effigy with like the wide eyes. It's that same stare that like when you're trying so hard not to laugh and you look over at the other person to see if they share in your pain. Is there anything that she can glean from him that he finds it as humorous as her?
It would be tough because Effigy's got the mask on.
Yeah, and it would make her sick.
So, like, boy, that mask sure is made of mask.
She'll slowly nod and look down.
And he'll lead the three of you deeper in. He will gesture to the offices, to Effigy and Thomas. And then, Samantha, he'll continue leading you on to the green room.
Lovely. There'll be a moment where she looks at the two of them and is like, if there's anything important, how are we reaching out to each other? Just come find each other?
It's not that big of a place. We have phones.
Okay, just don't text anything like crazy. You have to understand, Samantha hasn't done this before. She's not used to any of this.
Samantha is not cloak and dagger, reconnaissance, none of that. She is a performer through and through.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys don't have concerns about it, she'll just be like, okay.
But the man shows you to the green room, lets you get acclimated. He'll also inform you that they have the in-ear monitors for the sound system are also linked to the control booth.
Oh, okay.
So you can receive word directly from the control booth, which Virgil has already kind of skittered off and up into the control booth.
Perfect. Picasso. Love that.
Before he departs, he turns. He says, "Hey, I got a question for you.
How can I help you, sir?
Just a question of curiosity, really. I'm a curious fella. If the moon were made of green cheese, would you eat it?"
No. You see, I can't eat cheese.
And he just nods at that, starts toddling off.
What the fuck? And she's like kind of holding in her laughter. It's like that is an odd man that they have for security.
Oh. No one said he was security.
I mean, okay, fair. She did assume because he was in the back. Just, What an odd fellow in their employment. And she's gonna shut them.
What an odd fellow.
Like, he could have asked her so many worse things. God knows that she's been asked so much worse. All cop guard.
While Samantha gets prepared for the show, we are going to move over to Thomas and Effigy, who are meeting with Micah and Levi. Because we start in the business office. And Micah will pair off with Effigy, and he'll kind of suck his teeth. Well, I suppose I should get you acquainted with our security setup.
Yes, that would be Prudent? Effective.
All right. And he'll lead you out and over to the security room. Thomas leaving you alone with Levi. Levi will lean his elbows on his knees, just kind of lean in. So, you going to tell me what's going on here tonight?
We got a little bit of whispering. People behind the scenes might be angling for a little bit more control. We want to find out exactly who and exactly what they're planning.
Levi nods. So exactly how many Vipers do you think are going to be in my club tonight?
It's hard to tell. I'm not sure how many of they've gotten around to. That's what we're trying to determine.
Anybody in specific I should be extra concerned about? After all, I run a reputable establishment.
I know. Caldwell seems to be the big name coming up.
And this prompts Levi to suck his teeth hard. This man clearly does not like Caldwell. Yeah, I had a bad feeling about him ever since he showed up at the clubhouse. He seems like the type that doesn't seem to quite understand what side of the bread gets buttered.
Clearly looking for a little extra jam for his bread as well.
Yeah, I don't
and
like
little
it.
Miss Lottie.
Oh, she's a firecracker, sure enough. All right. All right. Consider me and my brother on board. I don't... Miss Alicia, she's been real nice to us. Ain't had much reason to. But she's been good to me and mine. I see no reason for that to change. After all, my family is not exactly known for being welcome in Camarilla cities. Now, Thomas, you would know that both Micah and Levi are descendants of Nephrimeri Isis, which is classically an antitribu line.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they are welcomed with open arms in a Camarilla city is... It says a lot about not just the men, but the prince. Now, Kevin Jackson didn't have a problem with them because they stayed in their lane, which is likely why Alicia doesn't have a problem with them. They know where they make their money. They know what toes not to step on. They know what hands to shake.
Suppose that's what makes Philly special.
Yeah, special. That's a word I'd use. Batshit crazy is another word I'd use.
That's what happens when you get a bunch of people like us in a city that we don't belong anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. Figured we ran out our welcome in Chicago, and before folks started getting active, it was best to change scene. But as far as I'm concerned, you and me, we got ourselves an accord. And he'll hold out his hand.
Thomas is going to go ahead and take his hand and shake it. Good to have you around.
Good to be around. Now, as y'all begin to prepare for the night's festivities, Samantha, are you going to be playing the greatest hits, or are you going to be performing some unreleased music?
I am so glad you asked. This is going to be something that is unknown to anybody that has ever known her. I posted it in Discord for the coterie, but she is going to be in this like glittery red dress with arm gloves. The fur, her hair is going to be pulled out of those just suffocating pigtails, and it's going to be more natural. It's going to cascade down her back. And she is going to be performing something that is more akin to what's it called? It's not coming to me.
More of a lounge style?
Oh yeah, more of a lounge singer style,
Okay.
complete with the more mellow lyrics and demeanor.
Okay. That definitely fits the aesthetic of the club. It is, after all, doesn't get wild and rowdy most nights, but it can. But tonight, it does seem a bit more subdued. As folks start trickling in, Effigy, you're in the security room. And why don't you go ahead and give me a wits and awareness. You may add, if you have any dots in tech, you may add those as well. Okay. So the first group that you see arrive is Caldwell and his entourage. Lottie is close behind, and there are some other suits that you see come in with him. Nobody that you really truly recognize, but there were some faces from the After Five that, like, these are clearly Ventru. The next group of individuals, however, that you would see arrive is that very gorgeous Indian woman in red from the Toreador garden party. If you remember correctly, her name is, she goes by V, along with a very tall, very well-toned blonde man who was also present at the Toreador garden party, whose name is currently escaping me. Good Lord, you'd think I'd have that pulled up already. Anton. And he's not wearing the all denim that he was at the garden party. He's dressed in, much more presentable attire. He has on a well-tailored suit, but instead of a button-up undershirt, he has on turtleneck under his blazer. And V and Anton are walking arm in arm, very close. Followed in short order by another Toreador that you recognize from the garden party. Miriam Marquez. who is in one of those all black, like, wiggle dresses, like the 1950s, very, very tight fit. But the three of them enter, along with, a few other stragglers, but those are the folks that you see enter the VIP area. Now, Thomas, are you posted up in the VIP area? Are you at the bar? Where is Thomas posting up at first?
Probably waiting for everybody in the VIP area.
Okay. And in preparation for this, Levi has pulled out all the stops. There are decanters labeled various vitae flutes, things of that nature, just out and about. You do know that the venture, they have sensitive tummies, but there are a variety of decanters out and labeled with, not with names, but rather with types and resonances. So, Norwegian, sanguine, things like that. Now, mechanically, we all know that resonances don't survive very long unless they are specially preserved. But this is more a fact-finding mission that Levi is helping you out with, to kind of tease out who drinks what. And so there's, blood type, a basic little blurb about, like, the kind of person that it came from, things like that. But as the guests trickle in, Caldwell is the first to greet you, and he just kind of throws his arms out. Thomas, my boy. It is so nice to see you again. I am so grateful that someone in this city understands the work our family has done and wishes to celebrate what a great man John Sexton was.
I wish I could have spent some more time with him. I do what I can.
And he just grins before he takes his place off to the side. Lottie gives a little curtsy. It's good to see you again, Tommy.
Miss Charlotte. Please do
Lottie.
not call me Tommy.
And
Thomas.
she just kind of places her hand over her heart and dips her head. I'm so sorry, Mr. Pierce. I'll make sure to keep that in mind for the future.
Would appreciate that. Enjoy your evening.
And she'll go and sit over next to Caldwell. And there's a few more Ventrue that enter that you've seen in and around. Though there is one individual that I need you to go ahead and make a we are going to call this a resolve and awareness. Ooh.
That's not nice.
You want to spend some willpower on that one, bud? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, ooh.
Okay. You can't quite place where you have seen him. But he looks familiar. More familiar than just like a member of the peerage. Like this is you'd swear you know him from somewhere. But as quickly as it comes, it passes. Two. But we are going to, as everybody gets in and gets settled, we are going to toss over to Samantha. Because Samantha.
Hi.
Hi. I need you to go ahead and give me a charisma and performance. You will have your showmanship. You will also be getting 2 extra dice, 1 from Virgil and 1 from the venue.
Blood surging, is that an option?
Blood surging is an option.
Perfect. Okay, so when I said I wanted more successes and like I wanted the dice bot to give me something, I didn't think it would give me an unfixable messy crit.
I mean, it's potentially fixable, but you would have to re-roll all 3 of those 10s and pray. But that would leave you with 1 willpower remaining for the night.
No, I can't. I need that willpower.
Okay. So
But what if I did re-roll those 2 extra dice that are failures?
But what if you did?
I mean, I can't make it any worse.
No, you can't.
You know what? Fuck it. We ball.
Okay.
15 successes.
Oh, you just decided to go for more successes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Samantha did say that she is, if everybody goes all in 100%, so was she. And by God, did she mean it.
Okay.
I'm smiling now. I probably won't be smiling in a few minutes.
You got lucky. Your hunger will increase by 1.
All right, I'll take it. I'm pretty sure that's not what you wanted that die to roll on, did you?
I wanted to see what the die would give me. I am happy whenever the dice want to tell a story. So, Samantha, you are back to 2 hunger. Mm-hmm. However, go ahead. Tell us how you perform this evening.
While she's getting ready, there is a rumbling of discontent in her tummy, because it goes against the orders that her sire gave her. All pink, pigtails, that is how she should be viewed while they're revamping her image, as far as she knows. But there's a moment of resolve where she knows that she has to continue. The show has to go on no matter what, so she has to put everything aside. And so she does. When she steps out, it is this gorgeous, sparkling red dress, and she grabs the microphone with ease. She's never been here before. As far as she knows, she's never been a lounge singer. This is just what she's heard before, studies of music theory over time. God knows where she's probably picked it up. But it feels natural. It feels almost second nature as she sways and controls the stage, flaunting every bit of her curves, her exposed back.
It feels like going home. Please continue.
So it feels like she's going home. It feels natural. It feels almost like there are some strings that are loosening, that she gets to just be herself. And she bounds across the floor. She's never performed on this stage before, but it's almost as if this is like her home stage. The way she twists her hips, the way that she flaunts, the way she feigns. It's almost as if she knows every single placement of the lights, where it creates the most dramatic shadows, where it hugs her almost like a blanket. And she performs what her voice is smooth, melodic. There's no hint of harshness or edge to it, like all of her records. It's surprisingly soft and feminine, but it's got power. It's charged.
While you are performing, you, every now and again, you'll hear Virgil through the in-ear monitor, just kind of like urging you on, just like that. You've got them in the palm of your hand. Like, you got this, girly. It is like if you didn't know any better, but you do know better, he is able to, the lights move with you fluidly. He is able to anticipate where you are going to be on the stage so that the lights don't move in a jerky, reactive fashion. No, they sweep smooth and clean. You have never had a sound man or a light man that has been this attentive to you. This is the highest form of art. Effigy. From your perch in the security room, you would see that every toreador that you can make out is transfixed on the stage. There is no world around them. They are almost slack-jawed, staring. Even a couple of the Ventru, especially Lottie, finds herself moving out of the VIP section and down towards the stage. The others in the club are... This is as close to a religious moment as many of them will ever have. There are people reaching up towards the stage. There are people that are in hysterics. I need you to understand, 15 successes with a double crit, like 5 successes is enough to make a mortal weep when it comes to art. You have tripled that. Samantha, you have only ever seen this kind of reaction from a crowd outside of your performances one other time. At Guilty Pleasures, when Laurent showed you how you can command an audience.
If only he was here.
If only he was here. But you have the entire audience in the palm of your hand. But Thomas, this leaves you a moment alone with Caldwell. Do you capitalize on it?
I will say at the beginning, and when he sees Samantha come out, he will like stop and stare and just be
Oh,
like,
yeah. She is a gorgeous, gorgeous woman, and god damn does she have a set of pipes on her.
It is very appreciative, like, damn, that she's amazing. So it might take him a moment to like kind of pull away from staring at her.
Oh yeah, it's tough, not impossible, but it is tough. There is something about it that makes you just wanna stop and stare. But there is also that little voice in the back of your mind that's like, we got a job to do. We can ogle later, but we have one shot at this.
Yeah. So he's gonna, make his way over to Caldwell.
Caldwell seems to be enjoying himself, but he's less focused on the performance on stage. He does seem to be a little deeper in thought than most would be in this setting.
Mm-hmm.
Effigy, from the security room, you can see all of the VIP room. There are multiple different angles. And unlike the club floor, the VIP room has audio. So, Thomas, how do you approach Caldwell?
But he said he seems to be deep in thought.
Mm-hmm.
So is business on your mind?
And he'll look over at you, just kind of as though he's pulled away from his thought. He'll look over at you. That's the secret, son. Business is always on my mind. And he'll point out at the stage. She's got a lovely set of pipes on her.
She does.
Real easy on the eye, too. Somebody like that could make a man a whole mess of money.
So, working on cultivating.
See, that's what I like about you, Pierce. Business minded, savvy, strong. We need men like you.
You have a business venture?
Oh, part business venture, part, we'll call it an alignment of interests. See, being praetor of clan venture is nice and all, but I really think that our prince could benefit from a man of vision. Someone who can really stick to what John was trying to make here.
Yourself?
I'd be lying if I didn't say the beast demanded a. I'd be lying if I said the beast didn't demand me to stand up and be counted, but I may be open to recommendations. You seem like a man who's got his finger on the pulse. Someone who could, under the right set of circumstances, make a very fine seneschal.
Me.
I've heard the stories, Mr. Pierce. Single handedly took down a Zemitzi? Order of the first and second knight? It's not an easy task.
I do what needed to be done.
And humble.
No. Certainly not a rose by any means. There's no reason to go around tooting my own horn.
But the roses, they have their uses. After all, Miss Bakshi, she's good at working the rumor mill.
Yeah, roses typically do.
And that's the kind of thing we need in this city. As much as I am delighted by Miss Dillard's diligence in her office, the city needs a harpy that is approachable. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Miss Dillard does have a certain unapproachableness to her, you could say, once you get past that accent.
The accent is the worst of it, but she's also. I don't think she shares in the vision of what this city could be.
What are you thinking? What are we missing?
Oh, we're missing opportunity. We're missing business. All of this hold hands and play kumbaya is it's bleeding pockets dry. Not to mention it's gathering unwarranted attention from outside the city. There are rumors that after fighting with the Sabbat for so long that your the current prince might have gone native.
Really?
Listen, I'm not here to say what is and what isn't. I'm just here to share with you perspective from outside of the domain.
Oh, I'd
Part of
love
the
to hear
reason
it.
why the clan sent me here. They're of the mind that our dear prince might have had some unfortunate dealings with her predecessor.
That is interesting.
Thomas, you're getting the feeling from what Caldwell is saying that without saying it outright, he is kind of like, yeah, no, she killed the prince. And that's why she's on the throne now.
Hmm. That is interesting.
But if we get the ship back to right, there's no need for the Justicars to descend on the city, because that would be bad for business.
That would get a whole lot of attention that really the city just doesn't need.
Not to mention, during the war, 2 Archons died. 2 Ventru Archons at that. Messy, messy business. From what I hear, Lucinda's champing at the bit. But if we can count you as a steadfast and loyal member of the clan, we might be able to hold off that messy business.
Because, like, okay, out of character, the current seneschal is.
There is not a current seneschal.
Where did the mushroom thing go? Nobody knows.
No one knows. Mushroom Mommy has been conspicuously absent since Alicia has taken the throne.
Well. So you want me as seneschal?
I mean, I can't think of anybody else who would be really fit for the job. But poor Lottie, she's still learning. And you were her husband's protege. That's got to mean something, right?
I suppose.
Besides, you're doing a lot better here than you ever did in Chicago. At least here you don't have the court accusing you of being a turncoat.
Fortunately, that was taken care of. That being said, a little rough around my edges in Chicago.
Well, everybody starts somewhere. I chalk it up to youthful indiscretion. But here, you made a name for yourself. Men like you could go all the way to the top. If you played your cards right.
You know, this is not something I've ever thought of. I don't think anybody's ever thought to give me a chance.
What can I say? I've got a keen eye for talent. Now we're going to pause here because I want to get some thoughts from Effigy. Because you're hearing all of this. Effigy, what's going on in that nugget of yours?
Having not been here for all the other stuff, information is information. There's always truth in things, even if they're masked. So I think he's right now taking in as much information as he can. He's also trying to watch body language.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a wits and insight?
Raymond, come here.
Actually, no. I would like you to give me a resolve and insight.
Raymond.
You can add your patterns and habits to it. Also, as an aside, while you were waiting, Samantha, I recommend putting that roll in our Hall of Fame.
Can I re-roll the failures?
You sure can.
Willpower to do that.
Yeah. Except I don't entirely know where our Hall of Fame is, so I'll have to get back to you on that.
Looks like it might be a thread.
I know it was. There it is. Thank you, producer. So let's take a look at that now that we've spent some willpower. Okay, 3 successes. Thomas, what would Effigy be getting off of you?
From what Effigy knows of Thomas, he would understand, should be able to see that Thomas is just playing along like, yeah, I never thought about, going farther, He's not deep down. All Thomas is just kind of like, eh.
Okay, so yeah, Effigy, while Caldwell is laying it on thick, Thomas is playing along. But he is still got his head about him. His ego has not quite been stroked enough to woo him over in full. But, from what you can also tell that Thomas is doing a good job of playing along. And Thomas Caldwell will look over at you. And he'll hold out his hand. He says, "So what do you say, Thomas? Can the clan count on you?"
I mean, what kind of moves do I have to make in order to be noticed in that sort of way, man?
Oh, well, we might have a few odd jobs here and there lined up that needs a man of your caliber. But mostly we're going to I've been chatting, and I plan on at the next Primogen Council meeting having our Primogen put up a vote. After all, a strong domain needs all of the roles in its court filled. Without a seneschal, well, it's kind of hard. The prince needs a good advisor, someone who's going to Toe the party line.
I am very flattered that you considered me for this over anyone else, to be honest.
Well, a lot of us are new to the city, and you've already built something of a reputation for yourself here. Not to mention proximity and loyalty to the big man. Definitely puts you at the top of my list.
John was incomparable.
Truly a god amongst men.
Could only aspire to become as great as him.
Trust me, kid. Stick with me. You might even be greater. So, do we have an accord?
I do have my responsibilities to my coterie.
Oh, of course, and I wouldn't pull you away from that. As a matter of fact, I'd love them all to come on board. After all, having a Nosferatu in your corner does grease the wheels a little bit. They are great at finding out all the little secrets of a domain. As a matter of fact, we'll call that your first task. Bring your coterie on board. Show them that there's a better way of doing things, and it'll go a long way.
I can talk to them.
Atta man. And his hand is still just kind of hanging there.
Thomas does not want to shake his hand, but he is going to go ahead and shake his hand.
And as you grip his hand to shake it, there's like kind of a tug as he's shaking it. There is a certain school of thought with certain very sleazy businessmen that see that as a dominance move. It is not.
Okay, I know what you're referring to, and
There it is. Yep.
Oh God, now he grosses me out even more. Thanks.
I have been fairly clear about who this is an allegory to.
I missed it.
Okay, that's fine. But now we're here.
And Thomas is likely much stronger than this man.
Oh yeah. Like he goes to tug and you tug back, and it's clear that this man he's doughy. He's soft. He is what a poor man thinks a rich man is. What a weak man thinks a strong man is. And what a stupid man thinks a clever man is.
Thomas is just gonna smile. Yeah. Let's see where I end up.
And as he releases your hand from the handshake, he goes, Good man. Good man. This has been a hell of a party. But I should probably collect my child and take care of some things this evening. You've been a
I'm-
gracious host.
On a side note, though, concerning little Miss Lottie,
Oh?
I think you need to keep a little rein on her and keep her away from what's mine.
I mean no disrespect. I will ask for some clarification, though. I can't keep her away from something I don't know exists.
True. There's a girl. She's new to the city. She's mine.
Does this girl have a face, a name?
Her name is Alexis.
Because you have been so gracious to me and mine, I will make sure that I speak to Lottie and put an end to any unfortunate business before it has a chance to become unfortunate business. After all, if we're going to be working together, we should endeavor not to step on each other's toes.
She's been pushing her luck. She's rather disrespectful.
She does that. You have my word that I will take care of this. One cousin to another.
Appreciate that. I'll have a chat with my coterie.
You're a good man, Thomas. And he stands up, buttons up his jacket, gives you a soft bow, and he moves along. You see him rather roughly seize Lottie by the arm, and the two of them exit the club. Samantha, your act comes to an end.
Mhm.
There are voices screaming, people practically clawing to get just a fraction of an inch closer to you. I need you to roll a composure and resolve for me, please.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, composure and resolve. Okay, that should be fine. 1 second.
Mm-hmm. While you are doing that, Effigy, you can tell that the night is spooling down. So, is there anything else you'd like to zoom in on here in the security room, or are you going to move to rejoin your coterie?
I don't know. Does anything kind of strike his attention other than Caldwell?
No. You got lucky, Samantha.
Yeah?
You succeeded your roll, but only just. As
Oh.
as memories of Boston flood the back of your mind, you are able to tamp it down. You're shaken, but you are not far outside of your comfort zone. However, there is something about these people screaming your name. Like, you have not, this is not the kind of reaction that you are used to. You're used to the screaming fans, the chanting of your name, things like that. But this seems, there is more here. And your
More.
beast loves it, revels in it, whispers in the back of your mind. You could be their god, Nightingale.
Why does the beast have a point?
The beast always has a point. Good, bad, or indifferent, the beast always has a fucking point.
There's a part of her that mentally agrees with it. It's right. She could rule him like a god. She could be like Laurent was in Guilty Pleasures, and the little taste that she got when she was kibitzing about Guilty Pleasures was better than any drug she ever took in life. So this, I think the fear and the shaken comes from the fact that she was just on the edge of uncontrollable, like Boston was.
But tonight was tight. Tonight was controlled.
Mm-hmm.
There are mortals weeping.
Mm-hmm.
Not just, single masculine tear, like openly weeping on the dance floor. There are those calling your name as though you are a priestess before a congregation. This is not just fandom.
Mm-hmm.
This is worship. This is what Laurent was trying to show you. This is what you are capable of.
And oh, fuck, is it intoxicating? Mm.
But as your set ends, and you've been a wonderful audience. Thank you so much for having me. Keep your ears peeled for the next album.
Mm-hmm.
You head backstage,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to wrap up our time here at the Juke Joint and head back to the Coterie Haven, where we will kind of reconnoiter and see how the night went for everyone. But before we do that, Samantha, Thomas, Effigy, Micah and Levi tell you that tonight was a hell of a night. Liquor sales were the highest they've ever been. The house was packed. If the four of you wouldn't mind, because Virgil has come and joined you, if the four of you wouldn't mind doing this maybe once, twice a month, they'd be more than happy to break you off a piece. And Micah's going to look at Samantha. What do you say? Artist in residence?
And she'll try to be pretty close to Micah too. Just full charm, everything on, as she gives him like a smoldering, dazzling smile. We'll have to talk details, but it's a beautiful stage you guys have up there.
Oh, well, thank you. We do our best to treat our artists right. But I just wanted to make sure to plant the seed so you know that there is an offer on the table. We can talk turkey later. And he gives you all that dazzling smile. And for the first time, you can see that he does not retract his fangs. His fangs are distended and in full view and outlined with a very faint silver grill. Just the outline of each tooth. It's not fully filled in like a grill would be.
Mm-hmm.
But you could tell that this man, he's got some money in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And does not feel bad about showing off his fangs.
I feel like Samantha would offer not so brazen, and obviously she doesn't have the girls too, but she would offer a fanged smile, the little slight protrusion. Who knew that a cab ride would be so enlightening?
Well, I do like to keep my ear to the street. Anyway,
That you do, Mr. Moore.
you folks have a good night. And thank you for all you've done. Levi gives you all a very sharp nod before he opens up a cash box sitting in front of him, makes a long, low whistle, closes it up, reaches into his desk, and pulls out what looked to be three very large, they're a band each. So he pulls 3 bands out of the desk, and he offers one to each of you. I believe in treating my people right. You brought us in a considerable amount this evening. Consider this a thank you.
Thank you. Looks like it was lucrative all the way around.
Anytime you want, I'd love to do business with y'all.
Samantha's gonna hold her hand out very gingerly, as if waiting for him to put it out, or for to drop the money in her hand.
And he will.
Okay. And this is Micah, correct?
Levi.
This is Levi. Okay,
Yep.
that's fine. It's cool. She's going to gingerly caress the money as she pulls it from him, and just kind of making a little bit of contact with the fingers as she slowly pulls it away. You're mighty generous, sir.
Only giving you what I think you earned tonight. So, and he'll look over at Thomas, and he'll just give a nod. You folks have a safe night. And if you ever need anything from us, you call. So,
Appreciate that.
the 4 of you find your way back to the car. It's not that difficult. You make your way back to the Coterie Haven. Thomas, are we still driving like a maniac, or are we a little bit more composed? Or are you still or are you trying to drive out them feelings from your meeting with Caldwell?
I'd say like in between. I mean, he has got a lot to think about because he was not expecting that. Do not inhale the water.
Yeah.
I do what I want. You're not my supervisor.
Yeah, so yeah, I think he would have toned it down a bit because he is just kind of like, what?
I mean, man just recruited you for his little coup.
Hmm.
And he's spilling that to all of us, right?
Once we get back to the Coterie Haven.
Yeah, once we get back to the Coterie Haven, Virgil is going to he's going to be the first in the Coterie Haven. He's going to kind of burst through the door like, I need a shower. And he's just going to disappear deeper into the apartment, leaving the 3 of you to kind of compare notes.
Thomas is going to go to the sink and wash his hands.
Good call. Good call.
As Thomas describes it, Samantha is just going to kind of bite her thumb, like, ooh, Thomas, I am so sorry. If I had to go through that, I don't think it'd nearly be as cool. And you got to shake his hand. That is. Sorry I didn't get to dance with Lottie like you wanted. I'm sure there'll be another time.
Could be. I don't like this. I don't like him. I don't like the fact that he picked me. Me.
I mean, it makes sense.
Thomas is going to side eye. Like,
Okay, no, let's look at this. I know. It's scummy, ill, he's gross. Like, trust me, you deal with one paunchy old man, you deal with them all. But consider him, right? He is trying to plot a coup and like take over, but through the proper channels, as it were. You are close to the prince. Yeah, air quotes. You were close to the old prince, so he knows that at least you two are good. Alicia wouldn't suspect you, again, from his perspective, and she chose us together. That's another point for you. Turning us all traitor against Alicia, that's a gold mine for him. Not everything's about your feelings, Thomas. Not in showbiz.
I mean, she's out of line, but she's right.
not like that at all, because he's generally not a feeling thing, and he never thinks it's about his feelings to begin with. And for her to say that to him, he found very rude.
Oh yeah.
It's like he's trying to have feelings, and she's just kicking them down the stairs, and he's just like,
well, yeah,
okay.
It's propaganda to not kick people while they're down. You should kick people while they're down. You don't have to lift your leg as much.
Just like shooting a man in the back is the safest option.
Correct. Fank does bring up a good point. Can we do a safety check?
Yep. Can I have colors from everybody, please? Okay. Blue from Samantha.
Like a turquoise. Kind of green, but kind of not blue. I don't know. In between green and blue. He's a blue-green.
Blue would be Thomas's bad. Kit is fine.
Yeah, but Thomas isn't like bad, so he's like a turquoise.
Okay.
Yeah.
And green for effigy. Excellent. So speaking of effigy, what does effigy make of all of this? Because like Samantha and Thomas made some fairly decent points, and you got to hear the entire conversation between Caldwell and Thomas.
I think Effigy loves this shit. Like, he loves information. He loves learning people's tics. He loves every detail about every nuance about people's body language, how they speak, the tonality of their words, when they're telling the truth, when they're not telling the truth. So the general idea of that, he's just eating it up. As far as the information goes, like, he doesn't know exactly what big picture, what he's involved in yet, but he definitely is liking the situation for the things I just mentioned.
Oh, absolutely.
He's also like in the back of his mind, like, I could go covert and play double agent, but also they're venture on Nosferatu. How much do I trust them?
Right. You're also kind of getting the sense that, like, these Ventru are not to be trusted. Like, they are... What you gathered from that conversation is that They are planning to render your cousin a puppet. And they want to use your coterie mate to do it.
And I also think that in the big picture of what he was discussing, without knowing that Effigy was listening, he would at some point pit me against Thomas.
Oh, absolutely. It can almost be assured that at some point he's either going to use Thomas as a fall guy or he's going to pit the rest of the coterie against one another.
Yeah.
Like that's almost assured.
Especially if he's trying to take down Alicia, I feel like, hey, look at this schmuck.
Right. He's a guy who thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
And it shows by how he was talking. Like he thinks he's going to be able to play the three of you for suckers.
It was, I know in game wise, Effigy hasn't shown it a lot, but it's almost like he overplayed his hand too easy. Like he showed his hand way too easy.
Oh yeah, he's an eager beaver.
Yeah, like he was. I almost never really doubted Thomas because it was like doubting Thomas, because it was almost too much from Caldwell, and it was like, I know Thomas enough from just sort of short meetings that he's too smart for this shit. Like, he ain't.
But sometimes, when you get a guy who is used to throwing his weight around and getting what he wants, sometimes the big picture eludes him, especially when he has a big picture of his own.
Mm-hmm. But then again, me trying to be who I am, I'm also like, does he do that on purpose? Is there a hidden agenda for him showing it that way?
You'd have to collect more data points on Caldwell before you could make that inference based on his patterns and habits. But like, sounds like a good long-term project for Effigy.
Mm-hmm. So that's where he's at.
While you are all gathered, Samantha, your phone would ping. Not a text, not a call, but your public-facing social media.
Oh, shit. Okay, she's gonna immediately, like, as soon as she hears the ping, it's like a cat running to the feed timer, just...
Yep.
Snatch quick.
As you look at the notification, it's a direct message.
Okay. Ooh, who's it from?
The handle is Firecracker85.
A follower? Mutual?
A new follower.
Okay.
But not a mutual. Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like from the notifications, they followed you right around the time of your performance.
Oh. Okay. She's gonna look at the DM in the profile.
The profile is for Lottie. And the DM reads that she caught your performance at the juke joint and was hoping that maybe she could secure a private performance sometime.
She's gonna look at that, and the most, like, sinister, like, cheeky and sinister smile will creep up her lips. It's almost pulling her lips apart. Or, like,
like the insert the Grinch gif.
Yeah.
As the little fronds unfurl.
And she's gonna turn it back. She's gonna turn the face to show Thomas. Well, it seems that Caldwell has a few angles, and so do we. She'll dangle it in front of him.
Not surprised. But there you go.
Seems I will be getting that dance after all. What did you call it when we danced together? Horizontal horizontal dancing? Or dancing the horizontal variety. That's what it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Oh, Thomas, there are so many things that you say that you will never, ever live down.
No.
But I mean, what do you expect? After all, Samantha is just a woman, and we all know how they can be.
A woman has saved your ass, Thomas. Don't forget it. But she's gonna turn her phone back around and she's gonna sweet talk Lottie. Just glad
Okay.
you could make it. I think I've seen you around before. I would love to meet up for like drinks and maybe a dance or two.
You receive 3 heart emojis in response.
She's gonna react to that message with a kissy face, like a blowing kiss emoji.
We're going to move that to threads over on the server because we
Yeah.
are running on time and we need to get things wrapped up.
Mhm.
So, speaking of which, before everybody disperses back to their havens and kind of beds in for the night, I'm going to go around the table and I'm going to take a peek into everybody's headspace now with the sum total of things that have been revealed this evening. We are going to just run down in line order. We're going to start with Effigy. What's Effigy thinking? Where's Effigy's head at tonight?
When Levi offered us to come back and do that, I'm like, free intel gathering? Please, line me up.
Right.
He likes his group. He's liking that he has at least one. He can't read Thomas's poker face yet, but he likes that at least he can make Sam smile a little bit. That he can catch him off guard too, which means that he's doing a pretty good job at kind of keeping a mystery to himself, which is also a goal. But he also wants to be more human, so good on all accounts.
Yeah. We're going to move over to Samantha.
As she's taking everything off, and settling into bed. Sorry. She's settling into bed. She is pretty late on her feet. She's happy. What happened or the performance was a little scary, or a little nerve-wracking because it reminded her of Boston, but ultimately the fact that it settled just fine, it empowers her a little bit. And knowing that she's able to use her body, her performance as a weapon, the one that the city needs at the moment, it feels good. She feels useful, more useful than she has felt recently.
Good.
She does feel a little hesitation, because she really hopes that performance doesn't get out too far, or that people tag her in it, because she's not in regulation, and she doesn't want to have to explain that to Dante.
We'll see. We'll see. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, Thomas. What's going on? How are you feeling? What are you thinking?
Thomas does not like having to do this. He sees Alicia as an extension of John. And even the act of acting against Alicia bothers him because that's acting against John in his mind. He does not like having to do this, but he knows in order to keep things safe, he has to play along. There is still a small voice in the back of his head that says, why shouldn't you be in a position of power? It is a small voice that he's mostly just kind of like, I'm not ready for that sort of thing yet. He can push back on it. Lost my soul fetch. Totally cool. So he does not like Caldwell. He is just like it.
Yeah. Okay.
He's still pissy about Lottie calling him Tommy. That bothered him very badly.
Oh, no doubt.
And to wrap that up, Thomas, before the end of the night, will shoot off a text to Samantha. And he will tell her, I didn't get a chance to tell you how beautiful you looked tonight and how amazing you performed.
Okay. Real quick, and then we're gonna close out the session and get to our intros. I don't need to know what the message says because we could take that to the server. Does Samantha respond tonight, or does she leave it on red?
He knows that she's on her phone all the time. She can't. No, she would respond that night.
Okay. You could pop that over in the corresponding channels over on the server. But that is going to be where we close out our session. And now, as is custom, we are going to go through our table. We are going to do our introductions and close out our session proper. So first and foremost, Effigy, who are you? Where can we find you? Any cool projects going on?
My name is humble to my friends here. I play Effigy, Nosferatu. I can be found on TikTok, though I'm slow, and I mean like snail's pace getting back into TikToks. I am on there at Jeremy_P_Hills. Right now I'm kind of posting old stuff from my old account. And projects? Not at the moment. Maybe potentially another writing thing for tabletop RPG, but for the most part, real life is kind of being real life right now. So, yeah.
Understandable.
Nice little escape here.
Yeah.
Popcorn it to Thomas.
All right, I'm Kit, and I play Thomas Ventru and Mithraean, devoted follower of Mithras. You can find me on TikTok, Kitsune_charms, anywhere else that you happen to see Kitsune charms. Though I haven't been posting anywhere else with it, mostly just TikTok, as frustrating as that is. So, but I consistently post on TikTok a variety of OCs. And off to Shazzy.
The mute button would help. Hi, howdy, hello. My name is Shazzy. I am the player behind Samantha Vesper Nocturne, the bratty but chic vulgari that can definitely command a crowd. So off of Philly by Night, I go by brat.khalifa. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Blue Sky. I post a lot of OC content for Samantha and a few other characters. I do have some fun new projects coming soon, some small cinematic shorts, and a secret option that I'm still working out the kinks on, but those will be debuting over on Instagram and TikTok, so stay tuned. I've got some fun stuff coming. And now, back to RST.
Hi, I am Einar. I am the lead storyteller here for Philly by Night. I have the pleasure of running the New Guard table, as well as you will see me occasionally pop up with the Mystery Machine or the Emissaries or our newest baby table, Sireless Behavior. You can find me just about anywhere I want you to find me at Einar_TTRPG or where the skies are blue at In Stars Orbit. As far as projects, you will just have to wait and see. Who knows what might come? But I am excited. We may have a little one shot in September or in June that I am very excited to debut. That will take us into Philadelphia's neon lit past. But from all of us here at Philly by Night, thank you all so much for coming out. Thank you for giving our game a chance. Thank you for being our viewers. Have a safe night, and always remember, just because we play monsters does not mean we can't be the light in somebody's life. Much love, stay safe, and have a great night.